Mario Party Superstars is the latest addition to the Mario Party series, and it is generally fairly liked. It has 100 mini-games curated from previous Mario Party installments, so there's nostalgia for old players and nice graphics and gameplay for the newer players too. Just for fun, I did a poll in the Mario Party subreddit, and aside from a few complaints about board choices, they agreed that Superstars is a great game and gets a lot right. Today though, I won't be talking about the entire game. Rather, I'll be telling the story of 5 friends and the journey they took in conquering one specific mini-game. This is a story of friendship, innovation, and most of all, perseverance. This is the history of Snow World World Records, that one time at Sean's house. First, let's talk about how Snow World works. The game is played by repeatedly hitting the directional buttons on the controller in a circular order. Each one of these button presses makes the character turn 90 degrees in midair. Simple enough, but the order has to be exact. If you miss a button, like say A, then none of the other buttons will do anything until you get back to A. This makes the small mistake of missing a button basically cost 360 degrees in an attempt. The maximum score possible is 9,990 degrees, so at 90 degrees per turn, that's 111 turns total. Slowing down the footage, I determined that players have around 4.5 seconds to input buttons, which means that players will have to be pressing 25 buttons per second if they want to reach this maximum. While that does sound really hard, people have actually done this before. However, this video is about my friends and the magic that happened in our basement. Sean's basement, to be exact. Let's talk about Sean. Sean was hosting all of us, so the switch was his. This meant that he had more experience than any of us, and his scores reflected that. Sean consistently scored above 7,000, and part of it was due to his technique. As you can see, Sean plays on the floor, and having the hard surface to brace the Joy-Con against made the controller more stable. Using Sean's wisdom, the rest of us played on the table or on the floor, and started getting better scores. Something else was unknowingly holding us back though: friction. George would be the one to solve this. George looked up some videos of world records and discovered that they all had something in common. They were all using a shirt or a sweater to reduce friction on the Joy-Cons. George used this and started getting some really good scores, even hitting some 9,000s. Although he wasn't the one to reach the maximum score, he had done his part. Next, there's Andrew. Andrew didn't really do anything. Next, there's me. I know I just roasted Andrew, but my contribution to this journey is even more negligible. The difference is that I'm writing the script. You see, we only had 4 controllers, but 5 people. Our 5th player, James, was sharing with me. At the start of our Snow World marathon, I was performing better than him, so in the best interest of trying to get a good score, I kept playing most of the time. However, once the idea came out to make a summoning salt video, I started recording on my phone, and this meant that James was finally unbenched. James was the culmination of all of our efforts. He used the table, which was Sean's idea. He used the sweater technique, which George discovered. He had a controller because I got out of his way. Andrew was also there. James also added his own flair. You can see how he puts more of his body weight above the Joy-Con so his arms can focus on lateral movement rather than downward force. James had consistently amazing runs, and it was only a matter of time before this happened.
This reminds me of polishing shoes. Cadets? Yeah. That's why you're so good at it.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! He hit it! He did it! Holy shit! Oh my god! He weeps, for there were no more worlds to conquer.
After over an hour of trying, we had done it. James had done it. He hit the 9,990 maximum score possible. Although we had spent the afternoon rock climbing, there's no doubt in my mind that the greatest heights we reached that day were on the slopes of Mario Party Superstars Snow World. Thanks for watching.